check this one quickly. Oh, and it says that we are live on Facebook.
Yes, I can see that too.
So me and technology guys, we are not very good friends. So hello and welcome back to another Tuesday evening. My name is Christina and I am your host today. And I have the great honor, pleasure, and I'm so happy that I can have again as my guest for Zoe. Welcome, Zoe, and thank you so much for being here with me today.
Thank you very much, Christina. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. You know that when we come together and we discuss, something comes out. So it's a pleasure for me to be here.
I really love talking to you because it goes with the flow. And I was like, okay, we have questions, we are going to do this and that, but it always goes with the flow so naturally. And I so much love it because it resonates with me. And I really love to talk to you, Zoe. All right. So guys, for those who haven't seen the previous live, what we've done before, I would love to ask Zoe to introduce herself a little bit. So Zoe, can you please tell us who are you and what are you doing?
Of course. Okay, so first of all, I live in Amsterdam the last 11 years, but I come originally from Greece. And yes, this sunny place that I miss so much. And for the last 6 years, I am a wellness and life coach. I serve clients, I have groups, I create masterminds and women's circles. And I also work part-time as an educator in the international school where my daughters go, that my daughters attend. So yes, I divide my time between my work, my daughters, my household. Yes, more or less that's what I'm doing.
Wow. I have to say you're doing a lot. Have you guys realized that we women tend to do a lot of stuff? Yeah. We have quite a lot of job roles. So if I have to say, or you have to say in your CV, your curriculum, what are you doing? That you have to enumerate basically the whole possible jobs in the world, starting from nurse, cook, cleaner, educator, mom, whatever.
Taxi driver for my daughters.
Exactly.
I have to add that. I take them everywhere. Yes.
So we are kind of doing, and when they say, what are you doing at home? Yeah, well, you're doing nothing the whole day. I've got this as well. Oh, really? Let's change for a day. Do my job for a day, and I do yours, and then.
Yeah, sometimes it's tough to combine everything, I have to say. So something stays behind, but I think the most important thing that I learned the last years is that I have to do what I like, what I love, what I'm passionate about, and then the rest somehow magically fit. And somehow I managed to do not everything all the time, but most of the things, and definitely the most important. So
wow, that sounds good because it looks like that you can keep that balance, between the work and work life and being a family, how you say that in English nicely, between the work and family balance, that balance.
Exactly, the personal life, I would say.
Exactly.
Because yes, some of the women that we associate with may not have children, or they have a partner or no partner. It doesn't matter. We still have to do a lot of things, and we have to balance. Yes.
Wow, well done, well said, Zoe. Oh my God, I said Zoe, why?
Who knows?
But you have to excuse, and I have to say this, you have to excuse because English is my third language. So guys, excuse my English.
Yeah, I think our English is quite good.
Yes, Christina. We can
That's what I think. Yes.
Zoe, what inspired you to do what you are doing right now?
Yeah, so I have to say that like I always say, in my past life, before the children life, I was doing something totally different. I was working as a communications and marketing professional. I was doing that for around 8 years back then when I was living in Greece. Then we moved with the family to Germany, and I stopped working. I became a mom, a stay-at-home, let's say, mom, but of course doing different, having different activities, volunteering a lot, helping at the schools of my children. Um, I did that for around 10 years, and then came a time that I just felt that I wanted something for myself again, because up to then I was 100% mom. I was my life was going around my children. So I was practically living, not living the life of my children, but even my friends were related to my children, the people I knew, the things I was doing. And I just felt I needed to do something again for myself. So when I was wondering, okay, what can I do? I knew that I didn't want to go back to an office job, working for others. So I decided that I wanted to educate myself on something I was passionate about back then. And I was very much into nutrition and wellness. I was also not feeling my best. My energy levels were really low after so many years of staying at home and taking care of my children. I just needed to find myself again. So I decided to study as a nutrition coach, and that's what I did for a year. I started coaching clients. I started, getting my identity back again, and I started feeling much better. And then at some point I saw that I wanted to go deeper with my clients, and that's why I studied life coaching for 1 more year. I really like to learn. I don't think I will ever stop. I will always look for knowledge. um, so then I started combining the two and coaching clients on that. And I think the deeper reason was that I went through many situations, and I was eager to help, to support other women to go through the same, let's say, challenges much faster and much more effectively. So I really wanted to offer, I wanted to give, I wanted to support. And that's why I decided to do what I'm doing now. And at some point, my practice started uh, developing as a business, because right now I can say that I have a business, yes, and I'm very proud of that. I did that myself, and yeah, I feel proud.
And I am so proud of you, Zoe, and I so much feel you and see you and hear you, because whatever you are saying, that your journey was from working in, in marketing and so, and then starting to developing yourself. I kind of see myself, working for
Mhm.
others. Then I decided, no, I'm much better than that. I can do better than that. Went to university, and then I was like, okay, it looks like there are people out there who really need, okay, I need help myself, but there are others who need help, so let's help them. And without realizing that I'm coaching, I started to coach everybody around me.
Yeah.
And then when I finished the university, I was like, okay, why I wouldn't make out a business out of it? So I'm making a coaching business. So I'm making a
Mhm.
business out of coaching. So
Yeah.
I've got myself a life coaching diploma. And then I was like, okay, I'm still not good enough. We are still in the imposter syndrome, and then still not good enough mentality that, okay, I have this, I have that, but how can I show myself? How can I show up and say, okay, look, guys, I'm here. I've been through. I can support you. I can help you. And I've done another course. I've done a spiritual life coaching course. I was a spiritual
Mhm.
life coach as well. And that was the point when I said, okay, Christina, and you as well, like kind of, you have something to say. Just show up, tell whatever you want to say, because those who resonate with you will come to you.
Yeah.
And this is how we came to do these lives, because I
Mm.
really, really want us to support others, to inspire them and show them that, yes, being a mom or being a single woman, it doesn't mean that you have to get stuck in that situation, especially then when you feel inside that you can more and you you are you know you are destined, I would put it this way, to do more.
Mm-hmm.
Because for me, it's all, stepping out of that comfort zone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely. I think we've all been through that. At the beginning, you're never confident. You always
Exactly.
say, okay, will I give my best? Whatever I learned, will I be able to translate that to supporting others? But as we both know, if you don't start doing, you will never have the experience and you will
Exactly.
never gain the confidence to be able to do that. And I wanted to say something about what you said before, about, I think most of the coaches, most of us coaches, we were always coaching. We just never realized. Since
Realize.
we were young, probably we were the ones that the friends were coming to give advice, to support. It's like a natural tendency, and at some point you realize
Exactly.
that, okay, maybe that I can turn to a profession, to
Mhm.
something that I love doing, and I can support others. But sometimes you just get into this, um, uh, to this process of learning and learning again, and doing one more certification and one more course, and that never ends. Of course you will keep on
Of
learning,
course.
but at some point you just have to start doing, although it's scary at the beginning, and although you will not do your best at the beginning. That's the only way, really. Just start doing. um,
Thank you for sharing that. And I so much relate, because I say that for me, I grow up with the Eastern mentality that there is failure, you're going to fail. Now, I said there is no such thing as failure,
yeah.
because whatever I'm doing, I'm always learning something out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it didn't went as I wanted to, or maybe, um, maybe the results wasn't what I was expecting.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned that there is no failure, there is only lesson, and I've learned to let go of expectations. So
Hmm.
I just don't expect anything. I just go with the flow. When I feel that vibration and I know that what I'm doing it from heart, that I like, okay, then let's do this.
Right. Yes, absolutely.
What was your biggest challenge? Let's put it this way, along this journey so far, what you have been
Mm-hmm.
through.
Yeah. Well, one of the challenges is what we were talking about before, building my confidence as a coach.
Exactly.
Because there are some people that have this naturally, maybe, I don't know. But for me, I just needed to coach and coach again, and just do my best and give my best. And then, it's something you build by the time, and after, I don't know, 10, 20, 30 people, you just say, okay, baby, um, I'm giving something, to
Exactly.
others. And when you get good feedback, then your confidence is going up. And then when you see that your clients have results, you say, I'm doing something good there. So for me, a challenge was definitely building up my confidence, and I still keep on doing that, right? um, well, another challenge was, actually, it had to do with myself. I had to um, redefine myself, build an identity from the beginning, because when I
Exactly.
started doing what I was doing, at the beginning, I went back to who I was when I was working, and I realized that I was not the same. In between, I had moved out of my country, I had become a mother, I was seeing the world in a totally different perspective, let's say, a totally different angle than before. So, I had to put all these elements together and to just realize who I am. And I think when I started really working on that, that's when also my coaching became more authentic. You know, I knew who I was, so I knew how I could support my clients too. And I started attracting the people that I could really help and support. So this was a process that went on for many years, and like I said before, it's still going on, and it will go on in the future for sure. um, and of course, a very big challenge is what we talked about at the beginning, that I sometimes it's too much. I'm overwhelmed. I have to combine a lot of things. Because, of course, I really love working on my business, but then, of course, I need to do the housework. I need to cook for my girls and for me. I need to do other things that, about the house, the car, all these things. Someone has to do it, and I have to do it. So yeah, sometimes it's a lot, but I learned to go with the flow and to just pick the things that are most important and kind of urgent to be done, and then the rest I learned to let go. It's okay if the house is not 100% tidied up. It's okay
Exactly.
if one day we will order and I will not cook. It's okay if sometimes, I don't know, even my daughter has to cook because she's old enough now and she does that. So it's just that I learned to go with the flow of life, but I had to learn that. It was not easy at the beginning. Yeah.
It's so beautiful what you are saying, because again, whatever you are saying, I'm seeing myself. And
Hmm.
I would say just an idea that it's not really about learning, but for me, it was more unlearning.
Right,
Unlearning,
right, right.
unlearning the old habits, the old mentality, the old beliefs which doesn't it weren't mine actually. And this unlearning process, it's still
Hmm.
ongoing, and I think it takes quite a while until I learn the old and I learn the new. And all this, learning and growing, I think it's for a lifetime. It's not like,
Yeah,
okay, I will just stop and it's not, because there's always, for me at least, every day I learn something new.
yeah,
With every live session, with every client, I learn from the clients a lot.
sure, of
My
course.
goodness, it's amazing how we can
Yeah,
learn from each other. I learn
yeah,
from people who are my guests in these interviews. I learn from many, many people every day.
yeah.
I would love to.
I want to add something
Mhm.
to what we were saying. Another thing that I faced at the beginning, when I started again working, was that I was feeling guilty. I was
Yes,
feeling that I was taking time away from the
from
family,
family.
from the
Exactly.
girls, because I was, concentrated on them before.
Yes,
And now I started, taking time out of taking care of them. So I was really feeling, do I do the right thing? Should I do that? Are they too young? So I had to work on that too. It was a big challenge. Yes.
exactly. That's why, for me, when I had to pick, and I really picked, to coach on self love and authenticity. And I choose self love because I think that that is the basis for
Yeah,
everything, Zoe.
sure.
How you love, you respect yourself, how you honor yourself is the way how you teach others to love and respect
Yeah,
yourself. How
yeah.
you prioritize, that
Yes.
what is important to you first, then everything else, it has an order. Because before, and the most probably for what you were saying so far, I believe that everybody was first and then you,
Oh,
maybe
yes.
in the evening, if you had some time, then probably,
And maybe I had some time, but I didn't have the
the
energy,
energy.
because in the
Exactly.
evening you're like, you really
Exactly.
don't want to do anything. You just want to collapse on the couch and just stay there.
I know.
But yes, you have to prioritize yourself. That nowadays it's one of my mottos. You have to put yourself first, and that's
First.
not egoistic. I stopped
Exactly.
believing that this is egoistical. You just have to be happy in order to be able to give happiness to others. Otherwise, you cannot give, or it's not sustainable.
Exactly, exactly. And that idea actually come to me when you said about guilt, because when I started to take a little bit more care of myself, take a little bit, time for myself, I felt guilty, as you said.
Mm-hmm.
But because again, I grow up in that mentality, so I had to unlearn again and to learn to love myself, and that because I realized, Zoe, that if I am happy, if I'm doing what I really like, what I love, then it's pretty strange. And I realized that with my family and with my environment, then they are different. And I was like,
Sure.
why they changed? Of course they changed because I've changed. It's my frequency. If
Right.
I'm happy, if I'm on that high
Yes.
vibration, and everybody around was, they weren't grumpy, they weren't angry. Everybody was like,
Yeah.
what's going on? and
Yes.
and that's amazing.
Exactly. Yeah.
I would love to ask you, Zoe, who is an ideal client for you? Who do you like to work with? Because let's face
Okay.
it, some people, we are on different paths, all
Sure.
of us, and that's okay. We
Yeah.
have different vibrations. Some people are ready, some people are not. Some, we walk in different rhythm. Who
Mm-hmm.
do you like to work with? How would you define your ideal client?
Yeah. Well, I have to say on that I am redefining my ideal client every now
Every
and
time.
then.
Hmm.
Always, every
Exactly.
maybe 6 months, I redefine my ideal client because I change. And
Of
because
course.
I change, I can serve, let's say, kind of different types of people.
True.
So, and right now I have 2 pages, literally 2 pages of the characteristics that I would like my ideal client to have. However, let me say some general things.
Yeah.
I like to work with women.
Hmm.
So women is my audience, but not only. I work with men too, but I would like the men to have some, let's say, female energy, and just not to be misunderstood on that. When I
Hmm.
say that, I mean men who are sensitive, who are open,
Hmm.
men who are inclusive, who would like to learn, who don't think they know it all. But that's
Exactly.
the same for women too, right? I think that openness is one of the most important characteristics for me, because and it's the same for me. For example, when I work with my coach,
Hmm.
I have to keep my mind and my heart open, otherwise I cannot receive what the other wants to give me. So that's what I ask. Let's say I ask from my clients. I want them to keep their minds and their hearts open. So whatever I have to give, and I'm giving 100% always, they can receive, and we can have an exchange, because
Yes.
a coaching or a mentoring relationship is always an exchange. I give, but I take too. Like you said before, I learn from my clients.
Yes.
Um, and so that's very important for me. I also mainly work with people that are more mature, let's say around their end of 30s, 40s,
40s,
50s.
yes.
And I will tell you why. Because I like to work with people that want to redefine, let's say, their lives. They want to find their purpose. They came to a point that they have done many things, they have accumulated experiences, and
Yes.
now they want to use all this, so they create a life that really inspires them. And that's what I like to do. I want to support my clients create a life they absolutely love, because I love my life too, and I keep creating, I keep adding, I keep I keep redefining so I can be happy. So that's what I like to do with my clients, and that's why I wanted a level of maturity, let's say. Other than that, okay, some very minor things like be responsible, be punctual, um, be appreciative. Um, Yeah, more or less that's it. And of course, many other things, but these are the basics.
Thank you so much, Zoe, for sharing that with me. And again, I have to say that you said something that you love your life. And this is, I always say, love your life because life will love you back. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
absolutely.
And it's very much on your mentality, on how you think positive. And you know what I realized, Zoe, right now, not right
Mm-hmm.
now, but lately, that up to this point, and I've shared this with other girls as well. I've seen that everybody was leading from head, loving everybody around from head. But now it's kind of shift happening, and it looks like it moves to the heart,
Yeah.
and everybody's coaching, leading, and really loving from heart.
I
Right?
think, Christina, you cannot love from your head. I don't
Exactly.
think it's possible, actually.
Exactly.
Maybe you can spot the reasons why, but I don't think that the feeling can come from here. It has to come from here. And in order to come from here, here has to be open,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And for me, at least, that's my goal. I want to open my heart as much as possible because I used to be very let's say very brain oriented. I
Exactly.
had
Me
to
too.
reason everything. This
Me too.
happens because of this and this and this, and if that doesn't happen, the other thing won't. So that didn't take me to a really let's say beneficial road. So my goal is to open my heart as much as possible, open my intuition,
Mm.
find answers that resonate with me instead of overthinking. So I think that works much better for me, and I think for most of the people that's the way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What I meant is loving from head. I was like the love was conditioned, kind of,
Right,
and
sure.
opening. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. I would love to ask you, because we are almost reached our half an hour live today. I would love to ask you, Zoe, how can people connect with you? How they can get in touch with you? I know you're on social media and
Sure. Um, okay, so first of all, I have a website, so maybe I can put it on the
yes,
comments.
please. Yes, I wanted
Yes,
to ask you to put your website and
yeah,
all your, details in the
right,
comments
right.
below.
My
So, guys,
website I'm very proud of because I created myself,
woo,
100%.
well done, well
It took
done.
me some time, but I got there. And I'm very active on Facebook. This is my main, let's say, channel of communication with people, and that's how I communicate. But I recently started also communicating through Instagram. I have a LinkedIn account that I would like to be more active at. And yeah, I think more or less that's it. Of course, I have my email that people can find on my website. But there are many ways that they can contact me. And I will be happy to be contacted not only for, let's say, professional reasons. For me, having a social media account means connections,
Exactly.
creating meaningful connections that may lead to a friendship, that may lead to somehow cooperating with each other, may lead that I have a client or I become a client of someone. It doesn't matter. But for me, the beginning is to make
Connection.
connections and to, how can I say, to exchange energy, to discover another exciting human being. That's what excites me.
Exactly.
So yes, I will be very happy to be contacted by people that really want the same thing that I want, and it doesn't matter where it leads. Let's begin, and then we see.
So, guys, I'm gonna ask Zoe kindly to put all her details in the comments below this live.
Sure.
And if you feel that you resonate, that feel free to contact her. I can say that she's amazing. You can see that she's amazing. So, and as a final thought, Zoe, I would love to ask you, what advice can you give to our audience today?
Hmm.
Good one.
Okay, first of all, let me say that I am very reluctant to give advice in general. It's something that I have because I don't like so much to receive advice. I like to receive personal experience of someone, how she or he went through something. But what I can say, what helped me,
Okay,
on
let's put
my
it this way.
journey.
I'm going to
So,
reformulate the question.
okay,
What
yes.
would you like to say as a final word to our audience?
Of course, I would like to say that just put yourself first. Put yourself first and see how it goes. Or I will say that that's what I did, and that's what helped me to find my way. Let's say to start going to the path that leads me to fulfillment, to happiness, to growth. So I think the first step is just to find who you are, what you want, what lights you up, and then follow that.
Thank you so much, Zoe. It was a beautiful, beautiful ending sentence of this life. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. Hope we give you value. We're going to put Zoe's details in the comments below. Reach out to us if you would love to know more, or if something resonated with you, then you know where to find us. We would be more than happy to help you. Thank you for watching us today, and we
Thank
wish
you,
you
Christina.
an amazing evening, and thank you, Zoe.
Thank
Bye,
you so
guys.
much. Bye.